Hello, welcome back to Fallout 76. The Duel with the Devil update released about a week ago, and as part of that, there's a whole bunch of plans that have become available to both obtain via missions or by spending stamps. I've gone and obtained pretty much everything that's available, so let me show you what it looks like in-game. The update comes with a new main mission. Make sure you do that before you purchase any stamps, because as a reward, you'll get the plans for the Civil Engineer Armour. That's a new set of armor that's basically equivalent to the endgame gear that you can purchase for gold, but you don't have to buy it for gold or anything like that. You just get the plans as you go through the main questline. So make sure you do that if you haven't already. You do have to purchase the upgrades with stamps. I've gone ahead and done that. I would recommend the buttressed upgrades for the extra protection, and you can go with whatever you want in the utilities slots. In my case, I've gone for a deep pocketed gear for the extra carry capacity, but generally speaking, when it comes to protection, you should only need to get the buttressed upgrades. If you look at the defensive ratings, you'll see that they look pretty similar to what you get with an upgraded Secret Service item, but you do get greater protection against energy damage. As you go up the levels, a lot of the toughest enemies tend to do energy damage, so in some ways, this armor is actually really good for endgame players. For players that already have a really good set of endgame gear, say for example a full unyielding set, it's probably not worth re-rolling that on Civil Engineer armor. But for players who are still rolling their endgame gear, then it's definitely worth looking at Civil Engineer gear. And yes, once you've learned the plans, Civil Engineer legendary pieces will start dropping from events, so that's one way to collect a good set as well, without crafting it. As a bit of a cosmetic change, the Civil Engineer helmet also works in a similar way to mining helmets, in that when you turn on your Pip-Boy light, it directs the light forward, just like with mining helmets. So that's a bit of a cosmetic change that is actually beneficial as well. To go along with that, you can pair it up with a shielded Civil Engineer Underarmour. You need to purchase the plans for the shielded lining, and once you do that, you can see that you get a few bonuses to damage resistance, as well as a few attribute boosts. It's very similar to the Secret Service Underarmour, but the defensive values and the attribute boosts are lesser. It does give you a small amount of resistance to fire damage, but generally speaking I think it's better to keep your Secret Service Underarmour and pair it up with Civil Engineer gear if that's what you want. But in terms of looks, it does actually fit well with the Civil Engineer armor. The rest of the plans are available for stamps. First up is the Apocalyptic farmer gear. You get both a headwear and an outfit. And yes, it looks exactly like you might expect. So if you want to cosplay as a farmer from Hicksville, this is the suit for you. Then you have the Enforcer's outfit. This is a leather outfit, and I think this is what Buttercup wears. Buttercup being one of the enforcers that you meet as part of the expeditions. Next up are 3 Muni outfits. Here's the Drudger outfit. It's basically a denim overall set. There's a cable spool to the rear, but otherwise it's basically just a working person's outfit. Then there's the Operator's outfit. This one's very similar, except that it comes with a flannel shirt underneath and some gloves. And then there's the Worker's outfit. This one looks like a set of very tight overalls. Maybe a little bit too tight, but yes, definitely some Worker's overalls. And this is what the Jetpack looks like on the Civil Engineer armor. I'm wearing Secret Service Underarmour here, and you can see that it doesn't look too bad overall combined. If you're wearing 5 pieces of the Civil Engineer's suit, you get a chance to do a bit of damage to melee attackers, but more importantly, weapons break 35% slower than normal. The remaining new plans are all camp items. They're also all tubes that contain different versions of the Overgrown, so you can add them as decorative items on your camp. And there's also an overgrown vehicle that you can add to give your camp a suitably trashed out look. So there you go, that's all the plans that you can purchase for new items. The rest are all upgrades to the civil engineer armor. Overall it cost me about 1,000 stamps, 300 of that being jetpack. So in order to save your stamps, make sure you do the main quest first to get the plans for the civil engineer armor, and then purchase either the camp items or the upgrades to the civil engineer armor. So there you are, those are all the new stamp plans that came out as part of the new Duel with the Devil update. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified when new videos come out. See you soon.